Hey guys, what's going on? We're back with Corey from Crypt. We're here with another crypto video. So today we're just gonna give you a quick update on what's going on with our 6-month hold. We're a little over 2 months in and she's still not doing so well. So check it out. Alright guys, so we're here using CoinTracking, links down below if you've never seen it. Also I've got a video on some of the features that CoinTracking has, so feel free to check that out. But essentially, this is how we're doing on our approximate $500 hold, our 6-month hold. It's saying we only 280, but when we initially bought it, it was around $500 worth of Bitcoin. I guess if you compare it to where we're at, if we had just held Bitcoin, we wouldn't have done that much better. Actually, I guess we would have done a little bit worse because I think we paid like $450, if I'm not mistaken, for or we used about $450 worth of Bitcoin to buy the coins we bought, and the Bitcoin value of that has gone down to around $280. So essentially, you know, that's what, $220 down from what we caught, or that would be at 500. But anyways, so I think we're doing a little better since we're down $130 on our $450 or so investment. As you can see, we started off really strong here on like the first few days of the first week or so of our investment, and since then it's been nothing but downward action, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate because this, you know, my other portfolio doesn't look quite this negative or this bad. But as you can tell, according to the graph, we probably bought in almost right before the very peak of most of these coins. So there's been a lot of negative downward movement here. But you know, that's okay. That's all part of this. We can't have positive all the time. We're, as I said, a little over 2 months, 64 days into our 6-month hold and yeah, this is where we stand, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update on that because I haven't done an update on the 6-month hold in a while. So yeah, we're still negative, still hoping in the next 4 months that things will turn around. I think they will because, I mean, it can't go down forever in my mind. There's a lot of value in cryptocurrency. So to me, this is just part of, you know, the trend. I haven't been in cryptocurrency for long enough to really determine if it's fully a trend or sorry, if it's fully just, you know, part of the movement of Bitcoin or the movement of all these coins. But from looking at charts, that's what it seems like. Bitcoin, as well as a lot of the other coins, you know, they're not. When I first started getting into crypto, it seemed like I was getting into it when everything was on that upward angle or when everything was moving positively in general. And that's just not the way regular markets always work. I was actually starting to think that crypto was nothing like other markets. It didn't react the same way. And at least this is my opinion from, you know, the small amount of trading I've done on regular stock markets. So I was trading like that. You know, I was trading with the expectation that it wasn't the same as regular markets and I couldn't treat it the same. But it's seeming like it is. It's just on a different scale or on a different time frame potentially. So you're going to get those dips and you're going to get, you know, those valleys and those peaks. So right now we're down in a valley. Who knows how deep that valley is going to go? But, you know, maybe it'll be a good time to get in. Maybe it'll be a good time to buy in the near future, or maybe it is right now. I personally don't have any more finances to invest more money right now. So I'm kind of holding these bags, holding big bags of something, waiting for something to happen. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. I just also wanted to give a quick idea trade analysis. Let's see. Bitcoin analysis, actually. So, price prediction. I'm more just curious on Google Trends here. Yeah, let's see. So as you can see, interest over time over the last 90 days, it's kind of tapered off, guys. Like, we had quite a bit of interest in Bitcoin, back in December before the big crash happened. And just like myself, even, I haven't even been looking at crypto lately because it's been slightly depressing, and you just see red day after red day after red day. So I just block it out of my mind. I've been working on creating more content, doing web development. So I've just been keeping my mind busy so I don't focus on these negative days and these negative numbers, because the green will come. At least I believe it will. So yeah, this is where we're at. It seems like Bitcoin in general has kind of just taken a big tank as far as interest over the whole web. We're getting some. So yeah, that's it for that, guys. Pretty straightforward. We're not doing too well. But I also wanted to show you, I'm using this mining pool here. Mining Pool Hub is my new mining pool that I'm using currently because it seems to work well with Hive OS. I haven't been able to get Supernova to work with Hive OS yet. There's, again, something I must be doing with the config file. I'm not configuring things properly, it would seem. But I've gotten it to work on Mining Pool Hub. If anybody is having any trouble with getting it configured for Mining Pool Hub, just check out my last video, and I went over a couple of the issues that I was having and how to resolve those. So we're mining away. I really do like here how it shows you how much you're mining. Now this is most of my rig other than my 970 here in my gaming PC. So you don't. I'm still mining on Supernova on my gaming PC every now and then, but this is pretty much the payouts for my rig daily. This was part of a day, so that's why it's so low. But you can see it's varied from 0.23, 0.27, 0.3, which was closer to what I was getting used to getting paid on Supernova. I'm gonna have to switch back and just double check that I'm not getting a ton less on Mining Pool Hub than I am on Supernova, but as you can see, it really ranges from 0.20 all the way up to 0.3, or 0.30. So that's a pretty big range, and it's most likely not due to the actual mining pool itself. It's more likely due to the fluctuation in difficulty or how much the coin is worth, I would assume. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're still mining away at 2.1 or 2.2 kilohash-ish. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So here we are, guys, checking out Hive OS under the stats. After you go under your rig, you can click on the little stats button and you'll get some of these stats for your period, how long you've been mining. And I really like it because with Supernova, I was only ever able to see, a period of time, I'd say even less than 24 hours of my mining. And often I couldn't see, far enough back to know when it shut down and when I was having problems, or when it, turned back on, or, different things like that. I know I could probably look back at the logs and figure stuff out through that, but I really like this graphical representation that mining Hive OS has. It just gives you a quick idea. Okay, well, how has my miner been doing over the past little while? So you can see I had a couple of shutdowns here. I think this was my first one right here where, and I'm only looking at the temperatures, but you can see the same sort of information in the hash rates where you see the hash rate dropped to nothing. Well, this was when my machine locked up completely. Normally, Hive OS restarts the miner automatically after it's been shut down for a while. The only exception to that I've found has been when the actual miner gets fully locked up. You can't move the mouse, you can't, alt control, you can't do anything with the miner, and you actually have to hard reboot it. So when that happens, that's right here, that's happened once, as well as over here, that's happened as well. I've been fiddling around with some settings, and last night I just ran some higher settings, and you can see it just kept shutting down and restarting and shutting down and restarting. So I've reduced those values, or I've reduced those settings. I essentially was giving a I mean, I haven't changed my hash rate, or sorry, I haven't changed my core clock or anything. I just reduced the voltage. It seemed like it wasn't liking the higher voltages that I was sending it for some reason. Maybe it's my power supplies. Maybe they're having trouble because they're, you know, lower end power supplies. Maybe they're just having trouble supplying the power to it, so it keeps shutting it down. So as you can see now, it's pretty much running stable again. Last little while since I've adjusted my settings back to closer to where they were. And last night before I went to bed, it locked up again. This was a long period of time. I've gotten in the habit of actually just waiting for the miner to reset itself to see, make sure that it's going to keep doing it over a period of time. And as I've said, it seems like the only time the miner doesn't reset itself is when it locks up completely. So here's one of those times, and I reset it, got it going again. And I believe it did it again, or it just wasn't mining for this period of time, that it was just being glitchy or something. So as you can see, last night it really had a lot of trouble staying up, 100% uptime sort of thing. So hopefully we fixed that with adjusting some of the settings. So we're back. Looks like my memory card filled up. Always fun when that happens and you get to talk to the camera for no reason, but you know, we're back again. So just to finish off, as I was saying, guys, the miner, when it locks up completely, that there's no way to reset it. Even if you go into your GUI and hit reset or hit shut down, the miner is completely locked up and it won't actually send the message to the miner. So you actually have to physically hard reset it, hit reset, or turn off the power to the power supplies and then flick it back on, and then it comes back up. A question I want to propose to you guys is, anybody with the ASRock 13 card board, a motherboard, has anybody run into issues with the BIOS when it starts up? I find every time I do a hard reset and reboot it, the BIOS comes up and it doesn't boot into Ubuntu or Hive OS. It just gets locked on the BIOS screen, and then I have to reset it, and it just that reset will typically get it to skip through the BIOS screen. I can't find any option in the boot settings to do like boot priority or set up my boot priority so I can say, okay, boot from this flash drive all the time. For some reason, I just don't see it there. So let me know if any of you guys have the same board, and if you've had that trouble or if you've figured out a solution to that. I would definitely be really appreciative, guys. Also, so thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you all for the new subscribers and all the comments. You guys have been nothing but helpful and informative and just, you know, really supportive on the channel. So thank you guys so much. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys.